2019 was a huge win for gamers, especially if you play MMOs. Final Fantasy released an expansion. The Elder Scrolls Online released a new expansion. World of Warcraft Classic was released. But most notably, City of Heroes became playable once again on private servers. What's going on, my gaming friends and family, members of the PGP? Before we dive into this video, make sure if you haven't done so already that you click the subscribe button down below. Doesn't cost you a thing. Also, beside the subscribe button to the left or to the right of it, I do also have a join button. That's a way to become a member of the PGP. I'm going to be 100% transparent with you. It does cost money, but it directly supports this channel and you get some perks in return. You get custom emotes you can use during the live streams, and you get a cool little loyalty badge by your name in the comment section and the live chat that evolves over time the longer you've been a member. Now, as many of you already know, City of Heroes has been playable on private servers since April of 2019. For the first few months, the player base was worried about backlash or potential legal action by NCSoft, but we're here, it's 2020, and there's been no announcements from them at all whatsoever. I mean, absolutely nothing. Nothing good, nothing bad. However, in December, NCSoft did file a trademark application for City of Heroes. Now, this freaked out a large portion of the player base, and understandably so, because, again, we've heard absolutely nothing from NCSoft. We haven't heard if they intend on giving their blessing on any of these private servers or if they disapprove of all of this. And then just randomly out of the blue, we start seeing headlines rolling in. NCSoft files trademark application for City of Heroes. What does this mean for the private servers? Is City of Heroes going away once again? But I'd like to take a moment of your time and discuss what this actually means. And you might see me refer to some notes in front of me because I don't always know all this legal jargon, right? But we're going to talk about it in depth a little bit. So what it means is that NCSoft filed a declaration of use and renewal. And this must be done no later than the 6th year after the trademark is registered. Then again before the 10th year, and then again every 10 years after that. So to break that down, assuming that NCSoft filed the original trademark in 2004, and again, I understand most people are probably going to say it was around 2002 to 2003, but you also have to keep in mind that there is such a thing as early filing and late filing. So we're just going to assume and guess around the year 2004. If we take that into consideration, the original filing, 2004, the next year would have been 2009 to 2010, and then next up would be 2019 to 2020. To be honest, this is probably something that they don't even put any thought into. It's just something that they automatically do. They probably have a financial team or an accountant or someone who goes through and makes sure that all of these go through, because this costs somewhere around $2,000 to $3,000 to renew this. And I'm pretty sure when I look back at NCSoft's revenue since 2018, it was somewhere around $300 million, and it's probably a lot more than that. Even if they have zero plans for City of Heroes in the future at this moment, they would still do this either way. Now, with all that out of the way, we need to discuss the fact that NCSoft could come after the private servers at any point. Whether we like it or not, they are fully within their right to do so. Now, the real question here, in my opinion, is it even worth it? I don't think so. For starters, just look at all of the negativity NCSoft received after the City of Heroes shutdown. I'm talking they couldn't even post something on their Twitter account. And I'm talking recently, just right up before the code leak for City of Heroes. So I'm talking 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. They couldn't post a single thing on their Twitter account without players responding, "Give us our game back. We want City of Heroes back. Screw you, NCSoft. I'm boycotting all of your products and games." Even though they carried on about their business, which I would expect them to do, it had to get annoying. Well, guess what? Now that we can play the game again, all of those comments have stopped. You also have to take into account the active player base. So for example, let's take a look at Homecoming, the private server that I play on. most of the time you're looking at anywhere from 1,200 to 3,000 players actively online and playing. Now, take into account this depends on the day and time. It's going to be more active on the weekends, but Homecoming is probably considered and most likely is the largest private server for City of Heroes. In the grand scale of things, that's nothing. Even if you take into account the full active player base across all private servers, what are we looking at? 5,000 people roughly? 7,000 people maybe? So is it really worth all of the money and the bad PR to try to shut down all of these private servers? Especially when you take into consideration the fact that that's nowhere near the active player base back in the day when NCSoft was running things. Now, I might be singing a different tune if Homecoming or one of these other private servers had, let's say, 50,000 active players. Then NCSoft might start to see dollar signs. Now, I also want to bring up a topic that's very touchy. Let's talk about the NCSoft discussions with these private servers, most notably Homecoming, because that is the one I play on, and it's the biggest one, and it's the one that is supposedly in talks with NCSoft. Now, I don't have any inside people, so this is merely my opinion and speculation. I don't think there's as much talking going on as we're being told. Now, maybe that's a bad thing, maybe it's a good thing, I don't know. Some players look at it as, we don't even want NCSoft's blessing. As long as they don't shut it down, I'm fine with things the way they are. Even if the talks aren't exactly what we're being told, I do appreciate and respect Homecoming's approach to all of this. They're trying their best to run this server as legitimate as possible, of course, given the circumstances. But my personal opinion is that NCSoft will never sign off on any type of legal server. They're never going to give their blessing, nothing like that. But neither scenario, shutting them down or legitimizing them, is worth the time, effort, or money involved for NCSoft. So to wrap it all up, our beloved City of Heroes game will be safe in 2020. I don't think that there's a serious risk of NCSoft coming after any of the servers, but I also don't believe that they'll be working with any of them either. As odd as it might sound, I truly believe that it's in NCSoft's best interest to say absolutely nothing at all. And could this potentially change in the future? Could this change at a moment's notice? Absolutely. Again, are they fully within their right to protect their IP and go after these servers? Yeah, sure, they can do that. But again, is it really worth the time and effort and money involved with, relatively speaking, such a small player base? Again, we're not talking on a scale of hundreds of thousands of players or millions of players. We're talking 1,200 to 5,000, maybe 7,000 if we're pushing it. So is that really worth it to NCSoft to pursue that? Again, taking into consideration all of the bad PR and stuff they've already received about all of this in the past, and now all of that being gone just to keep a small portion of players and a fan base happy. What I recommend for now is to just play the game. Seize the moment. Take this opportunity that we've been given to play this game once again and do it. That way, at the very least, even if by some crazy scenario something does happen, you can look back on those moments that you got to play once again, even if it was just for a short while. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know down in the comment section below how you feel about this. And please just be honest with me, whether it be good, whether it be bad. What's your outlook for the private servers in 2020? Do you think the NCSoft will try to ban any of them? Do you think that they'll give their blessing, that they'll try to set up something legal with one of them? Do you think that they're in the process of working on City of Heroes 2 and they want to get back in the superhero MMO market with the rise of superhero movies and shows and things like that? Let me know how you feel down in the comments section. And also, I want to take a brief moment. All of these people right here on the screen, all these guys and gals that you see right here are members of the PGP, the Positive Gamer Posse. That means that they've clicked the join button and they are directly supporting the channel. And I want to just give a special shout out to these guys and gals and just say thank you so much for all of that support, because it helps more than you know. But that's going to be it, as I said, for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next live stream or video. Positive Gamer, peace out. Psst, heroes. I did want to let you know I'm super excited. Positive Gamer merch is almost here. And depending on when you're watching this video, It might even already be here. Now, it's probably going to be realistically middle of February is what we're shooting for, but we have some pretty sweet designs that are going to be coming out. We're going to have some that may or may not be 𝐂𝐋 themed. We're also going to have some that say Positive Gamer Posse on them, potentially on the front or the back. We're going to have a design that's going to have my face on it. There's some pretty cool stuff coming up in 2020. And for everybody who made it to the end of the video, I just wanted to, give you a little sneak peek. I'm not going to give anything away. I'm not going to show any images here on the screen, but I'm just really excited about it, so I wanted to share with you and just let you know that it's coming very soon.